Hey guys, welcome back to another video. As you can see here, we're on my website where we have a brand new ship mod. In this case, it's the USS Constellation FFGX-62, which is a concept of the planned class of frigates that the US Navy is going to order before too awful long, sometime in the near future. And I don't know off the top of my head which design version this is, because they are considering a couple right now. But anyway, it's available for download on my website. You click this link and it will take you to this page where you can go ahead and download it. But anyway, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and install this thing. I've got my DCS open beta folder from Saved Games opened up. I also have my download folder where I have it selected here, and we're going to just drop this into there after having downloaded it. Let's go ahead and have a look at it. Alright, so we've got it loaded up in DCS right now, and I have no idea what this ship is armed with, so we're just going to have to figure that out kind of by feel. But just from looking at the ship, the model looks really good, especially as ship mods go. I suspect that that gun is a 76mm, because that seems to be what they like to put on ships like this nowadays. We've come a long way from the old cruiser guns that were 6 to 8 inches in size. Those look like maybe box launchers for the Joint Strike Missile there in the middle. And then got a rolling airframe missile launcher here. I'm not sure how many that has. And I'm not sure what these guys are right here, just behind the forecastle. And we've got quite an assortment of radars here. We've got the exhaust funnel right here. We've got a RHIB, rigid hull inflatable boat, over here. Don't have one on the other side, and we've got a helipad on the back. Alrighty. Now, I want to test out basically everything there is to test out with the Constellation. I want to see what its anti-ship capabilities are, what its anti-air capabilities are, and I want to check that flight deck out in the back. So let's go ahead and hop into a CH-53. And we'll see how this goes. Alright, whoa. So I'm having a little bit of head tracker trouble here. Just visually check, and yep, my gear is not out for some reason. I hope the CH-53 is small enough to land on the back of this thing, because that is not a big helipad. Not gonna lie. I'm a little bit concerned about this. Let's go ahead and slow down, because we're way too fast. Probably gonna have to go around. I'm a terrible helicopter pilot, so bear with me here. It could take a second for me to get this ship, for me to get this thing landed. Probably more like a few minutes. And it's not helping any that this thing is not wanting to cooperate, but then again, helicopters rarely do when I want them to. at least this thing seems to be able to take somewhat harder landings than the old AH-6 mod. That thing, you had to be really careful how hard you put it down. Oh, we got 50 cal. 50 cal guns. And we're down. Alright, well, the helipad works just fine. That's cool, that's really cool. And it will fit a CH-53, which is not something that every ship can say. I wouldn't dare try putting something like this down on a Daring-class destroyer. And we are turning, but that's a fault of the CH-53 mod. It has nothing to do with the Constellation. I've had this problem before, in case you haven't seen my previous video of the CH-53. Alright, well, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and check out the anti-air capabilities next. So we're going to switch to the Red Coalition, where I have an Iranian F-14. Alright, we're here now in an Iranian F-14. Go ahead and flip master arm to on. Gonna do gun rate to high. Why not? Let's see what else we got. Air-to-air mode. Turn on the radar. What I'm gonna try to do here is see how long it takes the. See.
Party time! Sam! 12 o'clock! Hot!
Oh, he's already. Oh! Ow! Ow! We're out. Alright, well, that guy's definitely not to be taken lightly with air-to-air, that's for sure. Alright, so we're back on the Persian Gulf map. This time we have a Retsky-class Russian frigate, as well as a pair of Su-25T Frogfoot aircraft that are going to be attacking this thing, and we'll see how she does. So, let's go ahead and unpause and get to it. Alright, so what's happening first here? Okay, there's something that just went up out of the VLS. I forgot to mention that this thing does have a VLS. There goes two. Those are probably SAMs. Yeah, they're heading in the direction of the Su-25Ts. See what the 25Ts are doing. Well, they're deploying chaff. I don't understand why I didn't get a RWR notification about this, because you would think that if these guys are deploying chaff, that it fired a standard missile of some kind and not a RAM or an airframe missile, which is a heat seeker, but maybe it only fired a RAM at me. Maybe it... Oh, there's another one. Oh, whoa. There's an anti-ship missile for you. Okay, yeah, these are standards. And this is clearly a harpoon. Alrighty, what are you capable of? What are you capable of? Okay, well, one of the Su-25Ts apparently bought it. And it looks like the other one has dumped all of his ordnance. Yeah, he's being shot at with standards. That's probably the reason. Whoops. Alrighty, we've got two AGM-84s heading for that Retsky. And then we've also got a pair of, and the other Su-25T also bought it. Alrighty. Got two of them. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. And the Redski has fired nothing all this time. So I'll be interested to see what we got. Kaboom! Here comes the second one. This thing is pretty darn capable. I think we need to throw it at something a little more substantial, like maybe a Peter the Great. That's two of them. Doesn't seem to have done much to the Redski, though. Oh, here's another one that it just fired. And all the while, the Redski is doing nothing. It looks like it's lost. It's down to... It looks like it's about to go down. I think it's pretty much gotten three-shotted right here. Yeah, we've got another one of these out. I didn't know they made an S version of the Harpoon. I suspect that this is really just a stand-in for the Joint Strike Missile, which I really wish that this thing had, but Harpoons will do. It's a pretty good external model of this Harpoon, that's for sure. Maybe they do make an AGM-84S, but if they do, I'm not aware of it. Just the A, the D, the E, and the H and K, which is the SLAM and SLAM-ER. And those aren't carried by ships. Alright, so that Harpoon is inbound. We've got two of them inbound, actually. Alright, so... And this guy is doing absolutely nothing. I guess he has no anti-ship missiles. So we'll have to do something about that. First of all, we'll check to see how he does in gun range against the Constellation, and then we'll also check to see how the Constellation does against submarines and land targets. Just as soon as these Harpoons hit, and I think this one's gonna do it. Ooh, yeah. That was bad news for him. But apparently it's gonna take a fourth one. Maybe. Fourth one may not see it now. Oh, no, the fourth one sees it, alright. Here we go, this is the end. Yep, it's gone. I suspect this thing will be sinking momentarily, so let's go ahead and cut to the good stuff where we actually get to see this thing shoot at something that shoots back. Alright, here we are again. This time we are well within gun range here. Oh, and already, look at that. Look at that. The Redski is taking a real pounding here. We've also got an attack submarine out here. This thing seems to be doing alright. The Constellation does. Okay, we got a rolling airframe missile out at something, it appears. No, no. That was actually probably a Harpoon. Alright, well, it almost instantly killed the Redski here. The submarine's still doing okay, though. We've got standards out on those Su-25Ts again. Here's one of the Harpoons. Alright, we've got torpedoes here running at the Constellation. We'll see how she evades those, if she does. Yeah, we've got torpedoes here. None of them are apparently hitting anything, although they are moving fairly fast through the water. Is this thing immune to torpedoes, or do the torpedoes just not work in DCS at the moment? You guys are probably going to know better than me. I'm a dogfight person, so I don't know a thing in the world about how torpedoes work in DCS. But it looks like, yeah, the Constellation took some hits, but it was mostly from the rescue. I don't think that those torpedoes are going to do much damage, if any. Well, they'll do damage if they hit, but oops. Okay, there's another explosion. Submarines are obviously immune to these harpoons. It can shoot and shoot and shoot those harpoons all day long, and as long as the submarine isn't on the surface, it won't make a bit of difference. And the torpedoes are all gonna miss, so I'm gonna say the Constellation wins. Although, if those torpedoes actually worked, we might be seeing a very different story here, and we're getting some weird kind of stuff going on with the wake of the ship. But anyway, so we've got one more thing to look at, and that is, what does it do when confronted with land targets? And we will take a look at that momentarily. Alright, we're back at it once again with the Constellation here on the Persian Gulf map, and I put a whole bunch of Russian armored personnel carriers and tanks out there on that island. And it is just going to town on them. Okay, so that's a rapid-fire gun. That could actually be a 57mm gun, which I find kind of interesting, because a 57mm would have a really hard time knocking out a ship like a rescue very fast, like it did. But it's taken out, looks like 5 vehicles so far. Oh, there goes the 6th one. It looks like. No, maybe not. Oh, yeah. 6 taken out. Oh. And it's shooting up standards again at those Su-25Ts. Alright, so there's 2 MTLBs left, and they are behind its range at the moment. Have a look at this. Well, they're both submerged, so it wouldn't matter, but managed to kill all of those. And everything else you see here is a smoking hole in the ground, including a couple of T-72s that I threw in here as well, which I'm not totally sure how a 57mm gun penetrates the armor of a T-72, but anyway, this is DCS. It's not a tank simulator or anything, so I'm gonna go with that. So this is a really, really cool ship mod for sure. There we go. Oh, whoa, look at those animations. Look at those door animations. That is impressive. Really nice job. This mod is by Admiral 189, by the way. He does a really good job on his ship mods. Really, really like him. So, excellent ship mod. I really recommend you have it if you're doing futuristic stuff with, say, the F-22 mod, the F-35 mod that's upcoming, the Griffin mod that's supposed to release before too awful long. This is definitely going to be a great addition to have. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe for more. And don't forget to join my Discord server and check out my website. Links, as always, in the video description. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.